So this entire presentation is centered around the secret to growth is understanding the customer journey. So this is a pretty long series that we have here at Funnelytics in terms of training, but growth really comes down to understanding the customer journey. It comes down to understanding how are people moving through your funnels and through all of your assets and through all the different departments within your company. But you really need to understand it from the customer's perspective, from their standpoint, not from your own as a business. And this particular talk is going to be centered around funnel frameworks. So who am I to tell you this? Before I dive in, I just want to give you a quick background around myself. My name is Mikael Dia. I've been doing this digital marketing stuff for 12 plus years now. It's been a long time. I've built 3 multi-7-figure digital businesses. I built an agency to 7 figures, a software company called Funneyltics, and a courses and education company as well. So I've invested millions of dollars into advertising and different growth tactics, growth strategies that have returned tens of millions of dollars for my own businesses, for my clients' businesses over the years. And trust me, I do not say any of that to brag at all. I'm saying that because I've been through a lot of crap. I've been through a lot of shit to figure out what works, what doesn't. I have this thing on my wall here. If you guys can still see me, I'm not sure, but it says "Get shit done," and a lot of times it doesn't work. I can promise you that. But what I wanted to do is distill it into the simplest, fastest way for you to understand what really does work and what you should kind of start ignoring for a little while, and make it as simple as possible. And that is the whole purpose of this presentation. So if you're with me and you're excited for me to dive into this, again, give me a number 1 in the chat. I want to see in the chat a number 1 come through from everybody. If you're with me and you want to understand how do we grow customer growth as simply and as fast as possible, go ahead, throw me a number 1 in the chat and I'll get in there and I'll get started right away. Okay, cool. Let's do this. So let's start off by really understanding that growth comes from the funnel. Okay, the very simplest thing for you to understand is that traffic plus a conversion funnel creates leads and customers for your business. Okay, that's the very most basic way to think about it. Traffic over here, wherever people hang out, right? Strangers, you don't know them, they don't know you. They are basically anonymous people to your business. That is where we go and find them, whether it's Google Ads, Google Organic, Facebook, affiliates, whatever it is, traffic. Then you send those people to a conversion funnel. This is designed specifically to transform these strangers into both leads and customers for your business. If you understand the framework around the funnel, we're not going to talk about traffic today. Traffic is very basic and, well, there's complexities to it and all that stuff, but it's something for another topic, okay? Let's ignore the traffic today and let's focus on the funnel, because the funnel is what actually converts that traffic into leads and customers. And I want to break down the funnel for you today. And what we're going to talk about is what we call funnel frameworks. There are 3 components to a high converting funnel. That's it, okay? 3 components to a high converting funnel. There is lead generation. So there is a way for us to transform these strangers into contacts, right? Into our CRM. So name, email, maybe a phone number, lead generation. There is education. We need to nurture these leads. We need to educate these leads on what we do, who we are, why we do it, build trust, know, like, and trust us and all that stuff, right? And then there is the actual sales component of the funnel, right? We need to convert these leads after we've educated them into customers. Those are the 3 core components to any high converting funnel. And there are 6 funnels that we can look at, or 6 pieces under each, or sorry, in total, 2 under each that we can look at to build the perfect funnel for our business. So the offer or the result that you're trying to get for your client or for your business will dictate the combination of these components. So for example, if you have a higher priced service or a higher priced product, more education will be required, right? People aren't just going to pull out their credit cards on a whim and pay you if you don't educate them, you don't build trust, you don't get to know, like, and trust them, right? The education component, though, is optional. It depends on the price of our offer. Okay, so lead generation, education, and sales. Sometimes you don't need the education at all, right? It all depends on the price of the offer. Leads and sales are always required. You need to convert strangers into leads, and then you need to convert leads into customers. Okay, it is always that thought process. Your goal is always to build an email list and build your contact list, and then convert that list into customers for your business. Okay, you should always help your clients capture leads or capture leads for your own business. And all businesses, every single business, will have a sales component. It's just the reality of it, right? We're in business to make money. We're in business to generate sales and to turn people into customers. So let's talk about the 6 essential funnels under these 3 categories. And if you have any questions, by the way, just leave them in the chat and I'll come back and I will answer all those questions at the very end. I'm here to help, so go ahead and ask your questions and I'll come back to it, okay? So the very first component or the very first essential funnel is called the lead magnet funnel. We've also got the survey funnel. These are both under lead generation. These are the 2 core funnels that we will use to generate any type of lead within any business, okay? You don't need to go beyond this. You either need a lead magnet funnel or a survey funnel. And we'll talk about when and why and how you use each one. On the education side, you will either leverage a mini class or you will leverage a webinar. Those are your 2 core options in order to educate people. You're going to use a mini class or you are going to use a webinar. That is basically every single education component that you ever need inside of any funnel to sell anything out there in the world. Okay. And then on the sales side, you're either going to have a product sales funnel or you're going to have an application funnel. The application funnel is meant to drive people to a phone call, while the product sales funnel is meant to get people to pull out their credit card right then and there and buy on an order form. Okay. So if we take all of this stuff and we break it down, these are the 6 components that create any sales funnel, any conversion funnel in the entire world in order for you to sell anything you want. Any of the most successful funnels out there is a combination of one of these 6 things, and I will show you exactly how that works. But first, let's dive a little bit deeper into each one. So let's talk about the lead magnet funnel first and foremost. So obviously the price point is free, right? We're giving it for free. We build out this funnel and we build out these pieces. I'll show you exactly what it looks like, but we're basically giving something away for free in exchange for an email address and a name and potentially a phone number as well, right? So we're just there to capture contacts. It's very, very easy to build, right? The best use case for it is to generate quick leads and build goodwill, right? Basically, what we're going to do is give away something for free. Maybe it's a report, maybe it's a training, maybe it's a checklist, whatever it is, something for free in exchange for a contact email, and that will build goodwill. And it's a very simple way for us to convert these strangers, this traffic, into leads, okay? This is what it looks like. Very simple. You have a landing page where people put in their name and email, and then they go to the thank you page, and then they get a couple emails. They go to a download page, and they receive the thing that they put in their name and email for, right? Maybe they receive a couple emails on the back end. Next one is the survey funnel. Survey is also free. It's a little bit more complicated to build because based on people's answers, right? So think of it as a quiz or as a survey. Somebody puts in, so they answer a bunch of questions, and based on their answers, they get moved into different buckets. Slightly more complicated to build. Sometimes you need an external software. But the use case for it is when you need to segment your leads into buckets. This works really well if you're in the fitness space, right? And you want to look at people who want to lose weight versus people who want to build muscle, or men versus women and stuff like that, right? This is what it looks like. You send people to a survey page. Based on their answers, they get bucketed into result 1, result 2, result 3, etc., and they receive an email alongside. Okay, that is the lead generation aspect. Those are the 2 funnels, and we'll talk about how they all tie together. Now let's focus on the 4 essential funnels to sell anything you want out there, to convert leads into actual customers. Let's start with sales, because that's what matters the most, right? We want to make money, right? So there are 2 types: product sales funnel and the application funnel. Let's break them down. The product sales funnel is for low to mid ticket price point. Anything below $3,000, you will have a product sales funnel. Whenever you do not need to get somebody on the phone, you will have a product sales funnel, okay? $3,000 is usually the threshold in which you will use, okay? It is a medium difficulty to build, and really the whole use for it is to push somebody to an order form. I'm trying to drive people straight to an order form, get them to buy. The funnel map looks like this. I have a sales page, then I have an order form, and then I'll probably have a couple upsells and downsells. Those are optional. I don't need them, but they will always increase my cart value and make me more money, right? And then eventually they end up on an order confirmation page. Now let's talk about the application funnel. Application funnel is really for any price point. It's whenever you want to get somebody on the phone. So if you sell services, you usually want to get somebody on the phone. If you're selling high-end coaching programs, you want to get somebody on the phone. If you're selling even physical products, but those physical products, you take the order over the phone, then you're going to push people to an application funnel. Ease to build is relatively simple, but I'll put medium. And again, the whole purpose of it is to get people on the phone. And the map looks like this. You have some sort of offer page. Instead of sending people to an order form, you now have an application form. And then they go and schedule a call after that application on some sort of calendar, right? They go and choose when they can get on a call with you. You have a couple emails to follow up so that they send them back to the calendar if they haven't scheduled their call. And then it goes to the call confirmation. Relatively simple. That is your 2 types of sales funnel. So if you look at price points, low to mid for product, flexible for application. They're both medium to build in terms of complexity, and mostly because of copywriting and making sure that you have all the elements in there. And then one of them is to push people to an order form. The other one is to get people on the phone. Okay. Now let's look at the education component. Okay. I want to look at how education works. So remember, education is only required if you have a price higher than $500 and you want to get people to buy from an order form. You do not need an education component if you are charging less than $500. Now, if there has to be education around your offer, then you will add an education component. So for example, if you're a coach and you need to kind of train people and preempt them on your frameworks around what you're actually helping them with, then you're going to need an education component. But if you sell services, people who are buying services do not want to be educated, right? The whole reason they're coming to you to buy services is because they want you to do it for them, not for you to teach them how to do it, right? So that is a very interesting distinction around that. There is no education required if you're selling services. And again, there are 2 types of funnels that you want to look at. There's the mini class funnel and the webinar funnel. So let's look at these very, very quickly. The mini class funnel you will use for low to mid price point, so $500 to $3,000. It is pretty difficult to build. I'm not going to lie. There's different components to it. You need to know exactly how to structure your mini class in order to really sell. But the use case for it is to pre-sell people. It's really to get people through that mindset of, why am I buying this? Cancel all of their objections and really get them primed to buy. And this is what it looks like. It looks very simple, but the complexity of it is the content that you're putting inside of each piece. So you've got your mini class registration form. They go to a thank you page, and then they go to video 1, video 2, video 3. There's 3 different pages, and it kind of drip feeds over the course of 3 days. Okay, and that is how you set up your mini class. Now, you don't have to drip feed it. You can give it to them all at once if you want, but each one of these videos has to be structured in a very specific way. Now, the webinar is also quite difficult to build, also doing the same purpose. It's just you do it in more of a one-time stop as opposed to 3 separate presentations or 3 separate videos, right? So you get everybody onto a 60-minute presentation or 45-minute presentation, and then you go and actually pre-sell them and then sell them at the very end, right? So it's a little bit more complicated to set up. You need a registration page. They go to a thank you page. Sometimes you'll have a pre-indoctrination video, so video 1, video 2 before the actual webinar. Then you push people to the live webinar, and if they don't attend, you push them to the replay page. And that is what it looks like. So again, if you look at this on this chart, you'll now see that we have our mini class in our webinar, and these are used for pre-selling, and you're only using these if you are wanting to sell someone for something north of $500. You want them to go to an order form, or if it really requires education before somebody gets on a phone with you, so that you're not wasting your time selling, okay? So let's give some examples. How do I start thinking about this? So let's say my goal is an online course, $2,000, and I already have an existing warm audience, meaning I already have a list. I can send them to this offer. So if I think about all this, I look at it and I say, okay, well, I'm just going to start piecing this together. If I want to sell a $2,000 online course and I want them to buy, and it's an existing warm audience, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the webinar and the product sales funnel. So I'm going to take my webinar funnel, I'm going to take my product sales funnel, and then bam, I now have the conversion engine to sell my online course for $2,000. This is exactly what I need. I don't need anything else. This is what's going to sell my $2,000 online course. Let's do another example. If I want a 6-week program, an online 6-week program for $8,000, same thing though, an existing warm audience. What do I need now? Well, remember, I can't sell anything directly on an order form if it's north of $3,000. $3,000 is really the threshold, and for most people, $3,000 is actually very, very difficult, okay? So I use a webinar because it's an online coaching program, and I want to educate them before they get on a call with me. I push them to an application this time as opposed to an order form. So it looks like this. Here's my webinar, here's my order form, my application funnel, and boom, this is the exact conversion funnel that I'm going to use in order to scale and grow this, okay? Let's look at a coaching program for $10,000 to an existing hot audience. Hot meaning they know me. They know what I am. They know, like, and trust me. I don't really need to educate them, right? In this particular case, because they already know who I am, what I offer, and they know all about us. So if that's the case, I don't need the actual warm-up. I can just send people straight to an application page because they know me, or an application funnel, I mean, and boom, that solves my problem, and I can go and get people right on a call, okay? So it all depends on the audience and where they're at, okay? Let's do a couple more examples, and then we're gonna wrap up very quickly here. What about software sales? $99 per month, existing warm audience. What do I need? Well, I don't need to educate them. $99 a month, it's already a warm audience. All I need is my product sales funnel, right? So I'm going to have a sales page for the $99 a month. I'm going to have an order form, and then maybe a couple upsells, downsells, and boom, I can make some money. Okay? If it was a cold audience, however, if they didn't know anything about me, sending that audience straight to the sales page would be very, very tricky. So I would want to bolt on a lead magnet in the front end before I send people to a sales page. Right? So it would look like this. I would have my lead magnet funnel in the front, send people there, buy goodwill, get their contacts, turn them into a lead, and then move them over to the sales page. Okay? Let's give some examples. So this is it. This is your 6 funnels. This is all you need to think about, okay? I want to give you a couple examples from real life businesses that are making millions and millions and millions of dollars. So look at Gym Launch Secrets. Sales to a warm audience, no education, phone-based sales. What do I need? I need a lead magnet and I need an application funnel, right? And guess what? This is their funnel right here. Here's their Facebook ads going to a lead magnet. Boom, it goes straight to an application page and they make millions of dollars doing this. Okay, let's look at another example. Lady Boss, sales to cold, low price product. I'm going to get a lead magnet because it's a cold audience. I'm going to push them to a product sales funnel. And here it is. Facebook ads going to an opt-in. Then boom, there's the sales page, the order form, a couple upsells. There's the actual funnel. What about fit to fat to fit? Sales to a warm audience, low price product. It's to a warm audience. I don't need to collect their leads anymore. So guess what? I push them straight to a sales page, right? I'm using retargeting ads, pushing them straight to a sales page, go and buy. Okay? That's how it works. This is the entire process. So I want you guys to go and get all 6 of these funnel templates for free at Funneyltics.io. Funneyltics is my software company. You can map out all of your funnels inside of Funneyltics. You can map out all of the different traffics. It's drag and drop. It's completely for free to go and map and set up your mapping. It is super, super easy. So you get all 6 of these funnel templates for free. Start having some fun. Map out your customer journeys. And that is it. That is your 6 funnel frameworks. And this is how you build any sort of funnel and generate any kind of sale that you want online. So hopefully that was helpful. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'm here to answer a few more questions. I think we're slowly running out of time here, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys might have. Hopefully that was helpful. Give me a number 2 in the box if you found that insightful and if that gave you some ideas around how do you structure your funnels, how do you think about all this. Give me a 2 in the chat if this was helpful and you enjoyed that presentation. All right, cool. Thomas, Marley's, Fiat, awesome. Louise, awesome. David, perfect. Good. It's all right. You'll go study the presentation every night before bed. Yeah, very simple. Okay. I'm telling you guys from a lot of experience, a lot of trial, a lot of error. Do not complicate anything other than you have these 6 frame funnels. You're going to combine them. That is all you need to think about. That is the entire way that you grow any business that you want to grow. It is a combination of 1 or more of these 6 different funnels. Everything else is noise. Everything else is just going to distract you from actual growth. Focus on just combining these funnels based on the criteria that I gave you, and you will have a lot of success. On that note, any questions? If not, I think my time is up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this and had a lot of fun. But I will see you guys in the future. So again, go to Funneyltics.io if you want those 6 templates. Sign up to our free mapping tool. It is awesome, and you will get a ton of value from it. So cheers, everybody. Enjoy. Take care. All the best. Peace. And final note, go and get some shit done.